My friends, let me ask you today, have you ever felt like you were chasing after someone who didn't see your worth? Have you ever fought for a place in someone's life when they gave you every reason to walk away? You see, love is not something you have to beg for. Respect is not something you should plead for. If someone truly values you, they will make room for you, not as an afterthought, but as a priority. Too often we spend our energy trying to force a connection that God never intended. We hold on to people who have already let go of us, but let me tell you, if someone wants you in their life, you won't have to convince them. They will show you by their actions, not just their words. God has a purpose for your life, and that purpose is not found in chasing after people who take you for granted. If they ignore you, if they make excuses, if they leave you questioning your worth, let them go, because the right people, the ones God has appointed, will welcome you with open arms. You are not meant to be tolerated. You are meant to be cherished. So stand firm in who you are. Walk in faith and trust that those who truly love and value you will make it clear, because real love, real friendship, real relationships don't leave you doubting. Let today be the day you stop chasing after those who aren't running toward you. Trust in God's plan, and He will bring the right people into your life at the right time. You should never have to beg for love or respect. Love in its truest form is given freely, not coerced or pleaded for. Respect is something that comes naturally when someone sees your worth, not something you have to continuously fight to earn. Yet too many people find themselves in relationships, whether romantic friendships or even family connections, where they feel like they have to prove their value over and over again. They give, they compromise, they wait, hoping that one day the other person will finally appreciate them. But love that must be begged for is not real love at all. When someone genuinely cares for you, their actions will reflect it. You will not have to remind them of your importance in their life, because they will already know. They will not ignore your presence and only acknowledge you when it is convenient for them. Instead, they will be intentional about making you feel valued. Too often, people settle for less than they deserve, accepting breadcrumbs of attention while hoping for a full meal of love and respect. They excuse poor treatment, rationalizing it by saying maybe they're just busy, or maybe I need to do more. But real love, real respect does not make you question whether you are wanted. It makes you feel safe, cherished, and honored. Many people fall into the trap of believing that if they try harder, if they love more, if they prove their loyalty, then the other person will finally see their worth. But the truth is, love is not something you earn by effort alone. A relationship is a two-way street, and if only one person is doing all the work, then it is not a real relationship. It is a one-sided attachment. You should never feel like you have to audition for a role in someone's life. If they truly want you there, they will make sure you know it. They will not leave you second-guessing your place, and they will not make you feel like an afterthought. This applies to all kinds of relationships. In friendships, a true friend does not only reach out when they need something, they do not ignore your messages, cancel plans repeatedly, or only show up when it benefits them. A real friend values you, prioritizes your well-being, and invests in the relationship just as much as you do. If you find yourself always being the one to initiate conversations, always being the one to support them while they never show up for you, then perhaps it is time to step back and reevaluate. In romantic relationships, love is not something you have to chase. If someone truly loves you, they will be consistent. They will not disappear for days or weeks only to return with excuses and empty words. They will not treat you as an option while expecting you to treat them as a priority. If they care, they will show up. They will respect your time, your heart, and your feelings. You should never feel like you are constantly proving your worth to someone who refuses to see it. If they do not recognize what they have in you, then they do not deserve to have you at all. Even within family dynamics, love and respect should be mutual. Some people believe that just because they share blood with someone, they must tolerate toxic behavior. But respect is not automatic. It must be nurtured. No one, not even family, has the right to mistreat you, belittle you, or make you feel unworthy. If a family member only acknowledges you when they need something, if they consistently disrespect you, then you have every right to set boundaries. Love should never come at the expense of your peace. Too many people stay in situations where they are not valued because they fear being alone. They believe that even a one-sided relationship is better than no relationship at all. But being alone and at peace is far better than being surrounded by people who make you feel unseen. When you stop begging for love and respect, you make room for the right people to enter your life. You make space for relationships that uplift rather than drain you. At the end of the day, love and respect are not things you should ever have to beg for. They are freely given by those who truly care for you. The right people will appreciate you without being convinced. They will show you by the way they treat you. If you find yourself constantly seeking validation from someone who does not reciprocate, it may be time to let go. Because the people who truly love and respect you will never make you feel like you have to fight for a place in their life. If someone truly values you, they will make room for you. They will not push you aside, keep you waiting, or treat you as an option. When people genuinely care, they show it, not just with their words, but with their actions. It does not matter how busy they are or what they are going through. They will find a way to make sure you know that you are important to them. You will not have to wonder where you stand because they will make it clear. They will create space for you in their life, not just when it is convenient for them, but because they want you there. Too many people settle for relationships where they feel like an afterthought. They accept being put on hold, ignored, or only acknowledged when needed. They cling to the hope that one day the other person will realize their worth and change. But the truth is, you should never have to convince someone to make space for you. If they truly value you, they will naturally include you in their life. They will not make excuses, they will not keep you guessing, and they will not make you feel like you have to compete for their attention. Instead, they will prioritize you because they recognize your importance. When someone cares about you, they do not treat you as an occasional presence. They do not only reach out when they are bored, lonely, or in need of something. They make you a part of their world in meaningful ways. They invite you into their experiences. They remember the little details about you. And they take the time to check in even when there is no urgent reason to do so. Real relationships, whether friendships, romantic relationships, or family bonds, are built on mutual effort. It should never feel like you are the only one trying to stay connected. There are many who find themselves constantly making excuses for people who do not prioritize them. They say maybe they are just bad at communicating, or maybe I need to be more understanding. And while it is true that everyone has their struggles, there is a difference between someone who is going through a difficult season and someone who consistently fails to make space for you. A person who values you will not use their struggles as an excuse to neglect you. Even in their busiest or hardest moments, they will still make an effort to show that they care. In friendships, valuing someone means making time for them, even when life is hectic. It means responding to messages, showing up when it matters, and making sure they do not feel like they are the only one investing in the relationship. It is not about grand gestures or constant communication. It is about consistency. When someone truly values you, they will not allow weeks or months to pass without reaching out. They will not disappear without explanation, only to return when it suits them. Instead, they will be present, reliable, and intentional about keeping the connection alive. In romantic relationships, a person who values you will not make you feel like an option. They will not keep you on standby while they explore other possibilities. They will not only give you attention when they have nothing else to do. Instead, they will make you a priority, even in the smallest ways. They will communicate with you because they want to, not because they feel obligated to. They will include you in their plans, introduce you to the people who matter in their life, and make an effort to nurture the relationship. Love is not meant to be one-sided, and if someone truly wants you in their life, they will prove it by their action. Even in family relationships, being valued means being acknowledged, respected, and included. Some people believe that just because they are family, they can treat you however they please and you should still remain close to them. But real love, even within family, requires effort. If a family member consistently excludes you, disrespects you, or only reaches out when they need something, then they are not truly valuing you. Being related by blood does not automatically mean someone cherishes you. If they truly care, they will make space for you in their life. Not just when they need something, but because they want you there. Many people settle for relationships where they are constantly waiting for proof that they matter. They cling to people who make them feel like an option, hoping that one day they will be treated differently. But real love does not leave you in doubt. It does not make you feel like you're always fighting for a place in someone's life. When someone truly values you, they will not make excuses, they will not keep you at arm's length, and they will not make you feel like you have to chase them. They will show up, they will be present, and they will make space for you. Because that is what people do when they truly care. Stop holding on to people who have already let go of you. Too often, people invest their time, energy, and emotions into relationships that no longer serve them. They refuse to accept that some connections are only meant for a season, and in doing so, they prolong their own suffering. They chase after people who have made it clear through words or actions that they no longer wish to be part of their life. But love, friendship, and respect should never be one-sided. If someone has already let go, it is not your job to hold everything together. Many people struggle with this because they remember how things used to be. They hold on to the past, hoping that the person who once cared for them will return to that version of themselves. They believe that if they are more patient, more forgiving, or more understanding, things will change. But in reality, when someone chooses to walk away, they have already made a decision in their heart. No amount of effort on your part will make someone stay who has already decided to leave. It is painful, but it is also a truth that brings freedom. When you hold on to someone who has let go, you are not just clinging to a person, you are clinging to an illusion. You are chasing a version of them that no longer exists, believing that if you do enough, they will return to you. But the longer you hold on, the more you hurt yourself. You spend your days questioning what you did wrong, wondering if you were not enough, blaming yourself for something that was never yours to fix. The truth is, sometimes people change. Sometimes their priorities shift. Sometimes they grow in a different direction. And no matter how much you love them, you cannot force them to stay. The hardest part about letting go is accepting that some relationships end without closure. You may never get the apology you deserve, the explanation you long for, or the reassurance that it was not your fault. Some people walk away without a second thought, leaving you to pick up the pieces on your own. But waiting for closure from someone who has already moved on will only keep you stuck. True closure does not come from their words. It comes from your decision to release them from your heart. Holding on to people who have let go of you also keeps you from receiving the love and respect you truly deserve. When you are focused on those who do not value you, you overlook the people who would genuinely care for you. You close yourself off to new relationships because you're too busy trying to revive something that has already ended. But when you finally release what is no longer meant for you, you make space for the right people to enter your life. You allow yourself to be loved by those who do not need to be convinced of your worth. It is not easy to walk away from someone you care about. It is not easy to accept that they no longer feel the same way. But the longer you hold on, the more you prolong your pain. Letting go does not mean you stop loving them. It simply means you start loving yourself enough to move forward. It means you respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that diminishes your worth. It means you trust that God has a greater plan even when you cannot see it. People who truly want to be in your life will make the effort to stay. They will not leave you guessing, waiting, or doubting where you stand. They will not disappear only to return when it is convenient for them. They will not let you carry the weight of the relationship alone. When someone values you, they will show up. But when someone lets go, you must have the strength to do the same. There is peace in releasing what is no longer meant for you. There is freedom in no longer chasing after people who are running in the opposite direction. You do not need to beg for love, force someone to see your worth, or fight for a place in someone's life when they have already made it clear that they do not want to be there. The right people will stay and the wrong ones will leave. And when you finally let go of those who have already walked away, you open yourself to the beauty of what and who is still to come. God has a greater plan for your life. No matter what you have lost, no matter who has walked away, and no matter how uncertain things may seem right now, you can trust that there is a purpose in everything. Too often people cling to their own plans, believing that they know best. They fight to hold on to relationships that are falling apart, chase after opportunities that no longer serve them, and resist change because they fear the unknown. But what if the very thing you are fighting to keep is the thing God is trying to remove to make room for something better? There are moments in life when it feels like everything is slipping through your fingers. People you thought would always be there suddenly disappear. Doors you desperately wanted to walk through close without warning. Dreams you worked hard for seem to crumble before your eyes. In those moments, it is easy to feel abandoned, to question why things are happening the way they are. But what if instead of losing, you are being redirected? What if instead of falling apart, things are actually falling into place? God's plan is always greater than anything you could imagine, but it does not always make sense in the moment. Sometimes He removes certain people from your life because they are not meant to be part of your future. Sometimes He closes doors because they would have led you away from your true purpose. And sometimes He allows hardships not to break you, but to shape you into the person you are meant to become. What looks like rejection is often God's protection. What feels like an ending is often the beginning of something far greater. It is human nature to want control. People want to plan out every step, to know exactly what is coming next, to hold on to what feels comfortable. But faith is about surrender. It is about trusting that even when you do not understand, even when the road ahead is unclear, God is still working things together for your good. When you insist on holding on to what is no longer meant for you, you block the blessings that God is trying to bring into your life. But when you trust Him enough to let go, you open the door to something greater than you could have ever planned for yourself. Many people fear letting go because they do not believe something better will come. They think, what if I never find someone who loves me like they did? Or what if I never get another opportunity like this one? That kind of thinking comes from a place of doubt, not faith. God is not limited by your circumstances. He is not bound by your past. He is the creator of all things, and His resources are unlimited. If He removes something from your life, you can be sure that He has something better prepared. It may not look the way you expected, and it may not come in the timing you hoped for, but His plan is always perfect. There are countless stories of people who thought they lost everything, only to later realize that their greatest disappointments led them to their greatest blessings. The relationship that ended made room for a healthier, more loving one. The job that was lost opened the door to a career filled with greater purpose. The painful season of waiting led to a breakthrough beyond what they imagined, but none of that would have happened if they had refused to let go of what was no longer meant for them. Faith requires trust, and trust requires action. It is not enough to say that you believe God has a plan. You must live like you believe it. That means not chasing after people who have walked away. That means not dwelling on missed opportunities. That means not allowing fear to keep you in a place you have outgrown. When you trust God's plan, you stop fighting for things that are not meant for you, and you start embracing what He is bringing into your life. Waiting for God's plan to unfold is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments when you question if you made the right decision, moments when you feel like giving up. But those are the moments when your faith is being strengthened. Those are the moments when God is preparing you for what is ahead. If you could see what He has in store for you, you would not waste another second holding on to what is already gone. You would walk forward with confidence, knowing that what is coming is far greater than anything you are leaving behind. You may not understand everything right now, but one day you will look back and see that every closed door, every heartbreak, every unexpected turn was leading you exactly where you were meant to be. The things you thought were losses were actually blessings in disguise. The relationships that ended were never meant to last. The opportunities that passed you by were never part of your destiny. And through it all, God was guiding you to something greater. When you trust Him, you will see that His plan is always, always better than your own. Love is not meant to be forced. When someone truly wants you in their life, you will not have to beg for their time, attention, or effort. You will not have to constantly remind them of your worth or fight to keep their interest. Real love flows naturally. It does not require manipulation, convincing, or exhausting effort just to stay afloat. Too many people waste their energy chasing after those who show them time and time again that they are not truly invested. They cling to the hope that if they just try harder, do more, or become someone different, then maybe, just maybe, the other person will finally give them the love they deserve. But love does not work that way. If you find yourself in a position where you are always the one reaching out, always the one initiating conversations, always the one holding the relationship together, then you need to stop and ask yourself, is this real love, or is this just fear of letting go? Love should never feel like a constant struggle to prove your worth. It should not feel like a battle to stay relevant in someone's life. If someone truly values you, they will make the effort to be present, to show you they care, and to meet you halfway. They will not let you carry the weight of the relationship alone, nor will they make you feel like an option rather than a priority. Many people hold on to unhealthy relationships because they are afraid of being alone. They convince themselves that a little bit of love, even if it is inconsistent or half-hearted, is better than nothing at all. They accept the bare minimum because they believe it is the best they can get. But that is not love. That is settling. And settling for anything less than genuine love and respect will always leave you feeling empty. No one deserves to feel like they have to fight for a place in someone's life. Real love does not require you to beg. People who truly care about you will make sure you know it. You will not have to analyze their words, overthink their actions, or wonder where you stand with them. They will be intentional in their love, clear in their commitment, and consistent in their presence. Love is not just about words, it is about effort. It is about showing up, even when it is inconvenient. It is about choosing you not just when it is easy, but in the moments when it requires sacrifice. If someone only loves you when it benefits them, if they only show up when they need something, then that is not love. It is convenience. Too often, people believe that love must be earned, that they must prove they are worthy of someone's time and attention. But the right person will never make you feel like you have to fight for their love. They will not play games with your heart, nor will they keep you guessing about how they feel. Love is not meant to be confusing. When it is real, you will know. When it is forced, you will feel it in your spirit. You will sense the resistance, the hesitation, the lack of genuine effort. And when that happens, you must have the strength to walk away. Letting go of someone you love is never easy, but holding on to someone who does not truly value you is even harder. It is exhausting to give and give only to receive nothing in return. It is painful to love someone with your whole heart while knowing deep down that they would not do the same for you. But love is not supposed to drain you. It is meant to build you up, to bring you peace, to make you feel cherished. If a relationship is constantly making you feel like you are not enough, then it is not love. It is a battle you were never meant to fight. The right person will love you for who you are, not for what you can offer them. They will not make you feel like you have to earn their love through your actions, your words, or your sacrifices. They will not make you compete for their affection. When someone genuinely wants you in their life, they will make room for you. They will not push you to the side or make you feel like an afterthought. You will not have to question whether they care, because they will show you, not just through words, but through consistent, unwavering effort. Love that is forced will always leave you feeling empty, but love that is real will fill you with peace. You should never have to convince someone to love you. The right person will not need to be reminded of your worth, because they will see it on their own. And when you finally stop chasing after love that is not meant for you, you will find that the right love, the kind that is steady, unwavering, and real, was waiting for you all along. Respect is the foundation of any true relationship. Love without respect is fragile, and a relationship without mutual honor cannot stand the test of time. If someone truly values you, they will show it not only in how they speak to you, but in how they treat you when no one is watching. It is easy for people to say they love you, but love without respect is nothing more than an empty promise. Words mean little when actions do not align with them. A person who truly wants you in their life will honor you, not just with affectionate words, but with consistent actions that reflect their care and consideration. Too often, people allow themselves to be mistreated in the name of love. They excuse poor behavior, ignore red flags, and convince themselves that things will change. They hold on to people who belittle them, dismiss their feelings, or take them for granted. But love should never require you to tolerate disrespect. A person who values you will not make you feel small. They will not treat you as if your emotions are an inconvenience. They will listen, they will understand, and they will cherish the relationship enough to treat you with kindness and dignity. Respect is not just about words. It is about how someone behaves toward you when there is nothing to gain. It is about the way they treat you when things are not perfect, when misunderstandings arise, and when life becomes difficult. A person who truly wants you in their life will not only respect you in public, but also in private. They will not speak down to you, dismiss your dreams, or make you feel insignificant. Instead, they will uplift you, encourage you, and make you feel safe. In any relationship, whether it be romantic, friendship, or family, respect is demonstrated in how someone prioritizes you. If you constantly feel like an afterthought, if your needs and concerns are regularly dismissed, then you must ask yourself if you are truly being valued. Love is not just about grand gestures or moments of passion. It is about consistency. It is about the daily actions that show time and time again that you matter. If someone cannot respect you, then their love is incomplete, and a love without respect will never bring you the peace and security you deserve. Many people stay in relationships where they are not respected because they fear losing the connection. They convince themselves that if they are patient enough, things will change. They tolerate behavior that makes them feel unworthy because they believe love means enduring anything. But true love does not diminish you, it elevates you. A person who genuinely cares for you will not make you question your worth. They will not treat you as if you are replaceable. They will not expect you to endure pain for the sake of keeping the relationship together. Respect is also about honesty. A person who values you will not deceive you, manipulate you, or hide the truth from you. They will be transparent, even when it is difficult. They will communicate openly because they understand that trust is built on truth. If someone constantly lies to you, if they break their promises and give you nothing but excuses, then they do not truly respect you. Love without honesty is not love at all. It is deception dressed in pretty words. In moments of disagreement, respect is tested the most. Anyone can be kind when things are going well, but how someone treats you in times of conflict reveals their true character. A person who respects you will not use harsh words to tear you down. They will not manipulate you with silent treatment or make you feel guilty for expressing your emotions. Instead, they will listen, they will seek to understand, and they will work through differences with patience and kindness. If someone resorts to cruelty, manipulation, or indifference when conflict arises, then they are not showing you the respect you deserve. A relationship where respect is lacking will always leave you feeling empty. No amount of love can make up for a foundation built on disregard and inconsistency. If someone truly wants you in their life, they will honor you, not just in moments of joy, but also in moments of difficulty. They will not make you beg for their time, their honesty, or their kindness. They will offer it willingly, because that is what real love does. Letting go of people who do not respect you is not a loss, it is a gain. It is choosing to honor yourself enough to walk away from relationships that do not align with your worth. It is choosing to surround yourself with people who see your value and treat you accordingly. When you stop tolerating disrespect, you make room for the right people. Those who will love you fully, respect you deeply, and cherish you in a way that does not require you to question your worth. You were never meant to beg for love, chase after people who do not see your worth, or settle for relationships that leave you feeling unseen and unappreciated. The right people, the ones who truly value you, will not make you question where you stand in their lives. They will not require you to prove your worth or fight for their respect. Love should not be a battle to be won. It should be a gift freely given. When you finally choose to let go of what is not meant for you, you make room for what is. You allow yourself to be surrounded by people who uplift you, who cherish you, and who love you the way you deserve to be loved. You will find peace in knowing that you do not have to force anything that is truly meant for you. And when you walk forward with faith, trusting that the right relationships will come in their own time, you will discover that love, real, lasting, and unwavering, was never something you had to fight for. It was always something that was meant to find you.